Hey everyone, picture this. In a quiet village wrapped in mist and rivers, someone's trapped by a mystery. How do you let go of the shadows of your past? If you've ever been haunted by an old mistake, this story's gonna hit deep with a life-changing lesson. Stick with me, because this puzzle might just change your perspective. If you don't want to miss more inspiring stories like this, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. In a quiet village surrounded by misty mountains and flowing rivers, a young man lived who was kind, hard-working, and full of dreams. But one thing always held him back: his past mistakes. Years ago, he had started his first business. He borrowed money, trusted the wrong people, and in the end, everything fell apart. Since then, though life went on, he couldn't move forward. Every night, he lay awake, replaying his mistakes. Why did I trust them? Why did I take that step? If only I could go back. His mind was trapped in the past, caught in guilt and regret. No matter how hard he tried, the shadows of his past wouldn't let go. One day, he heard a wise Zen monk had come to a nearby monastery. People spoke of his wisdom, saying every word was like light in the dark. With hope, he decided to visit him. When he reached the monastery, he bowed respectfully and said, "Master, I've made many mistakes in life. I can't forgive myself. I keep thinking about the past. How can I be free?" The master looked at him and said, "Come with me." They walked in silence through a peaceful forest. After a while, they reached a small stream. The master handed him a heavy sack filled with stones and said, "Carry this." He was confused, but obeyed. The sack was heavy, and each step grew harder. Still, he followed the monk, wondering what this meant. After an hour, they reached the top of a hill. He was exhausted, his back aching. He said, "Master, this sack is too heavy. My shoulders hurt." The master stopped and looked at him. He said, "Exactly. This sack is your past. Each stone is a mistake you carry. Can you move freely with this weight?" He answered, "No, master." The master asked, "Then why do you carry it in your mind every day?" He stood silent, struck by the truth of the master's words. The master continued, "Let me tell you a story. Two monks were on a journey. When they reached a river, a woman stood there, unable to cross. One monk picked her up and carried her across. The other monk, shocked, said nothing. They walked in silence for hours. Finally, the second monk shouted, "How could you hold her? We're monks." The first monk smiled and said, "I put her down hours ago, but you're still carrying her in your mind." The master turned to him and said, "See? The problem isn't the mistake, it's holding on to it." He sat by the stream and something inside him began to shift. The guilt and pain didn't feel so heavy anymore. Softly he asked, "Master, how do I truly let go?" The master picked up a leaf and dropped it into the stream. He said, "Watch the leaf. See how it moves with the water. It doesn't resist. It doesn't try to go back. It just flows forward." The master said, "This is the way to let go. Accept what happened, learn from it, and move on with life." From that day, he practiced forgiving himself. Every morning, he sat quietly and said, "I forgive myself. I let go of the past. I choose today." Little by little, the clouds in his heart began to clear. He started a new business. It wasn't perfect, but he didn't let fear stop him. He smiled more, laughed more, and lived more. Years later, when people asked about his peace, he said, "Regret is like a rocking chair. It keeps you busy but gets you nowhere. Forgive yourself. Your past is just a chapter, not the whole book. Turn the page. Start again." If you find yourself trapped by old mistakes, let this story be your turning point. You can't change what happened, but you can choose how much it affects your today. You deserve peace. You deserve growth, and growth begins the moment you stop looking back. So ask yourself today, are you ready to put down the stones? Have you ever been stuck in the past? Drop a comment below and let us know what you learned from this story or how you've let go of old mistakes. Your thoughts mean the world to us. If this story resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you catch all our future stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.